Hey lovelies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute. I haven't freaking posted in I think like a month or two. But yeah, I thought I'd do something totally different today. Not very much different, but like still talking head on. But we're going to be looking at some Am I the A-hole Reddit confessional stories. As you can tell, I'm a little nervous because I've seen these videos and I've read just the titles from these confessions, and it's a lot going on. Like, I don't know, it's just people, too many people have too many things on the internet, and it's like, y'all, everything don't need to be on the internet, please. We're gonna be reading a few, and then we're also going to be ranking them. This is my ranking tier list, and we will be giving each story a ranking before we move on to the next one. This first one I feel like might be a little tame, but here we go. It says, I have been faking a language barrier for 4 years and my husband has no idea. First off, how do you fake something for 4 years and then they still not know? I don't know, that means they're not paying attention, or they just, I don't know, maybe that wife is very convincing. I don't know. My husband's family moved here years ago and they mostly speak Spanish at home. When we first started dating, I told him I only knew a few basic words from high school. Lies, okay. But anyways, he thinks I'm just a typical American who can't learn a second language to save her life. The truth is, I lived in Spain for 3 years and I'm actually fluent. How do you hide this from a husband? How do you hide that you've lived in a whole different country that speaks fluent Spanish for 3 years at that? How do you just like hide that? Like, hello? But I saw how his brother's wife gets treated. She is the official family translator. She has to go to every doctor's appointment, every bank meeting, and deal with every annoying phone call for the entire extended family. Her phone never stops ringing and she looks miserable. Okay, so I'm kind of understanding. You don't want to be bothered with all of that. I decided right then that I would never admit I understand them. If I did, my weekends would be gone. Last night at dinner, his mom spent 10 minutes like talking about how my outfit looked cheap and how I probably don't know how to clean a house properly. Girl, how are you getting all this from an outfit? Anyways, she said it right to my face in Spanish while I was eating her cooking. It was absolutely infuriating. I could have defended myself. I could have told her exactly what I thought of her attitude. Instead, I just smiled like a clueless idiot and asked for more salsa. My husband just patted my hand and told his mom I was trying my best. Girl, please, what do you mean? You're gonna pat me and be like, oh yeah, she's trying her best. And okay, let's finish. Whew. I feel like a liar, but then I think about my peaceful Saturdays without family drama and I realize I can never tell the truth. Why does being helpful always feel like a trap? Okay, first off, I don't condone lying to your spouse, but at the very least, she could have told him and just like didn't tell the rest of the family, you know what I mean? Like, she could have just had the conversation with him that she knew Spanish and didn't tell the rest of the family. But also, why did he not say anything about, girl, this phone keeps going off. Why did he not say anything about the wife? I mean, about the mom talking trash about her. And then the only thing he gonna say is she's trying her best. Like, girl, you're not even in my house, so how would you know what I do? And it's based off of an outfit that I wear. Oh no, honey, please don't get me started. Please don't get me started, because we're gonna put this in the category just because I feel like she's not really doing much damage, like by not saying that she knows how to speak Spanish, but also she could at least tell the husband that she knows how to speak Spanish and just not tell the rest of the family. I mean, granted that she trusts him to not tell the rest of the family. Okay, this next one is, am I the a-hole for refusing to help my husband clean for guests? I run a home-based daycare for 12 hours a day. This requires a lot of cleaning all day long to keep the daycare part of the house clean, along with cooking and playing with children. So by the end of the day, I'm exhausted and have very little energy to clean upstairs which is the private part of our house that only my family and our guests use. Because of that, I don't particularly enjoy having guests over because I have to rush to get everything clean upstairs too. Whenever a friend or family member of mine is visiting, my husband dramatically complains that I'm doing too much and that I shouldn't be rushing to clean because they're just your friends. They don't care. Who is he feeling like? It's always like, what do you mean you're doing too much? It don't matter if it's family, friends, or whoever. Why would you want them to come over your house and your house is just dirty? Especially if you had kids running around all day. That's a different type of dirty. Why would you want them to deal with that? I don't understand. And then you're not going to help either. I know you're not helping. You're just sitting there on the couch probably being like, oh, you're doing too much. Don't make me mad. Do not make me mad. He refused to help. Like I said, he refused to help because you're just stressing yourself out for no reason. I said that I had a really stressful week, so I wasn't feeling up to guests, and he insists that it was his guests and not my problem. Okay, so if it's your guest, then you'll be able to clean up after them. You won't have a problem with that, I assume, since it's your guest and it's not my problem. Suddenly, the private space isn't clean enough. He started trying to assign me and our kids spaces to clean while he was waiting to switch the laundry, i.e. playing video games, until the laundry was done. I refused. I told him, oh, don't worry about your friends. Ooh, she kind of clocked me there.
I'm rich, and I'm a little bit of a bitch. Blonde, skinny, rich, bitch. Blonde, skinny, rich, bitch. Check out my blonde.
Okay, she said, I told him, oh, don't worry, your friends won't judge, and took the kids and myself out for a movie. She clocked him with that, okay, as she should. He said I was being petty and that I should have at least made the kids help like they helped me. My mother says I should have helped, and I probably embarrassed him because he was not able to get things cleaned enough on his own. I think he's a grown man and he should figure it out. Am I the a-hole? Sister, come while I tell you this. You are not the a-hole. Yeah, like, if you're saying it's not that big of a deal when I bring people over and I shouldn't be cleaning, then why is it such a big deal when you bring people over and then you're making me clean up for the company that you're having? Doesn't make sense, especially if you're not going to help me when I have company over. Like, you know what I do. You know I work. And then you waiting. You're waiting for laundry to be done and you're playing the game instead. You could be cleaning something else, not just assigning stuff. You can be cleaning other stuff as well. Like, we need to be working together if we're cleaning the house for guests. Like, why is it? I'm confused. And then the mom just PMO'd, just please. The mom PMO'd me more. Because what do you mean? He's embarrassed. He said it wasn't a big deal, so why would he be embarrassed? So I'm not understanding. I'm not getting what we're trying to get at here. It seems like the mom is like babying him. Like, be so for real. Whose side are you on? Are you my mother or his mother? Okay, this is gonna go in the you are not the a-hole. Okay, they're not. These are grown people, and you have a problem with cleaning your house. Mind you, our house together, like, we both made the mess probably. So we should both be cleaning. It shouldn't be a problem of who's cleaning and when we want to clean. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get that. Okay, y'all, I just literally was scrolling through the Am I the A-hole subreddit on Reddit, obviously, and I literally just came across this one. It says, am I the a-hole for telling my friend I can't donate to her dad's benefit until she pays me back the $1,000+ she owes me? Wow, just by that title, that's crazy. Because I'm not gonna lie, I burst out laughing when I seen that, because dang. And honestly, that's real. Like, the money that I gave you could have used it for his stuff. But let me read this. Let me calm down. Let me read the story. I, 26 male, paid for my friend's 26 female portion of a cruise in early May. And them cruise be expensive. Okay, I just went to one in January for my birthday. Yeah, so paying for a portion of the cruise, that wasn't cheap. We've been friends for 10 years. It was me, her, and one other mutual friend going. The other friend paid their portion up front. Her part was a little over $2,000. We agreed she'd pay me back in weekly payments of $145 for 14 weeks, since she gets paid every Friday, and so that I would be fully repaid by the time the cruise happens in late August. Okay, that makes sense. Calculations are right. Like, that makes sense. However, she only paid 3 out of the 14 weekly payments. We're on week 10 now, so she's 7 weeks behind and owes me $1,015. She never pays unless I remind her, and every week it's a new excuse. It's affecting my credit, not hers. Okay, before we even continue, I feel like, I know you said you've been friends with her for like 10 plus years, but I feel like you've probably lended her some money before and she took forever to give it back to you. So I feel like maybe not give her $1,000 plus or whatever dollars and expect her to give it back, especially if, maybe before she didn't. Because I feel like this isn't just like a one-time thing. I feel like this is like a constant thing. Before maybe the OP, they bought stuff for the friend before and it took them, and friend said they were going to give it back and it took them forever to give it back. You know what I mean? Like, because if you're asking for half of $2,000 or something like that, then that means this probably not the first time that they've asked, especially if they're comfortable with asking for that much money. So just a thing to look into. Recently, she asked me to donate to her dad's benefit event. She's expecting me to donate when she still owes me over $1,000. She even said it's mandatory. Okay, girl, it is not no mandatory that I pay the $40 entry fee on top of that. I told her I can't donate until I get the money back that I'm owed. She blew up, called me selfish, manipulative. You're trying to manipulate me.
Oh my
Wait.
God.
Oh my God, that's stuck in my head. You're trying to manipulate me. Okay. Called me selfish, manipulative, insensitive, and said I used her dad against her. Honey, what are you talking about? So this is stuff that people... So you're basically deflecting because you owe me, you know in your right mind that you owe me $1,000+. And now that I don't want to freaking add to your dad's benefit, now I'm selfish, manipulative. You wasn't saying that when I was paying for your cruise. You wasn't saying that when I said, yeah, I'll pay for half of your cruise. So why are you saying it now? And then talking about it's mandatory. Mandatory for who? It's mandatory for you to give me my money back. That's what it's mandatory for.
Clock it.
Please. During the argument, she told me she took off work, so she had less money for you. Meaning she had less money to pay me back because she chose to take off work. I replied, less money for your dad. Ooh, okay, meaning if she had less money to pay me, then I had less money to donate. I know that's right. Put your foot down. She acted like I randomly bought up her dad out of nowhere, even though she's the one who asked me to donate. Girl, okay, we get it, girl. You don't want to pay the money. Just say that. So we can go ahead and get lawyers involved, okay? So I can take you to small claims court, please. Jail. Please. Because I don't have time for all of this. Lord. She giving me 50,000 reasons. Like, okay, we get it, girl. She used someone else's donation to shame me and guilt trip me. She even used AI out of context to claim I was being the manipulative one. Oh Lord, please. She put the whole conversation into AI. Her. Yup, I got him. How am I being manipulative when all I said is that I need my money and I need my cash that you owe me, and it's been 7 weeks that you've been behind? So what happened in the 7 week span? Hello? Like, she owes me $1,500. She's 7 weeks behind. She said she has less money for me due to her actions. She asked me to donate. I said I can't donate until she pays me. She blew up, made it a morality issue. She compared me to someone else to guilt trip me. She also canceled our beach plans out of spite and is ignoring all my texts now. I stayed calm the whole time, haven't insulted her. I just want the money she agreed to pay. I genuinely don't know if I handled this wrong. Am I the a-hole for saying I can't donate until she pays me back? You are not the a-hole, okay? She's a mess. Actually, go ahead and get you a lawyer, because it's seeming like she don't even want to remember that she borrowed money from you. There's no use talking about it. And then now you're ignoring me, and then now you canceled our plans. Actually, I'm glad you canceled our plans because we did not need you. If you don't want to give my money, then it's nothing for us to talk about. Miss 7 weeks behind. How are you going to flip this back on me and then make me donate? It's a donation. Like, it's not a payment, it's a donation. Keyword donation is that it's optional. You don't have to donate. Girl, that's like going to a restaurant and the server's like, yeah, it's mandatory for you to tip me. And they didn't even do a good job. They was slamming plates down. They didn't come back and check on y'all. They didn't do nothing. But when you get to the register, they're like, oh yeah, you need to tip me. I need at least $30, $40 in tip, and didn't do their job. Like, please do not make me mad. Y'all need to watch who y'all are friends with, for real. 10 years, and I know she did something like this before. She's just playing in your face, for real. Send her to small persons, people, claim, court, whatever it's called. Send her to that and get your money back. And then throw in some emotional damage because she owes you. Okay, let's move on to the next story. Okay, y'all, now that we have calmed down from the last one, this next one is, am I the a-hole for not defending my wife when my sister called her fat? First off, just by reading the title, yeah. Like, girl, do I need to read the rest? Because your own sister called her fat and you just let that happen? And this is your wife, mind you, the person that you did vows with, the person that you presumably known for a long time and that you love. But you know, everybody is different. My sister, 27 female, was visiting my wife, 32 female, and me, 33 female, or the other day. An important thing to know about my sister is that she has a child of 5 male with her now ex-boyfriend, 27 male. When my sister found out she was pregnant, she told her boyfriend then that she was pregnant. He wanted to marry her in a shotgun wedding of sorts, but my sister said no. The only information she offered up was that there was no way they would be compatible in the long term, and I don't think it's any of my business to probe or question her about it. Soon after my sister and her boyfriend broke up, but they established a healthy co-parenting relationship, and both now have 50-50 custody, stable, well-paying jobs, and live close by to each other. My wife strongly thinks that my sister should have gotten married and hates that my sister refers to her ex-boyfriend as baby daddy. I don't think my sister really cares that she has a child out of wedlock, but every time my wife meets my sister, she brings up the fact that she should try to get her boyfriend back and ask him to propose again, and asks why she does not want to marry him, especially since my sister has been single these past 5 years. It has gotten to the point that she has told me privately that she is fed up with this and has asked me to speak to my wife about this, which I have. Okay, I'm seeing the storyline, I'm seeing the build up. Let's see, where this goes. The other day, my sister visited my wife and I at our house. We were having a normal conversation and my sister was talking about her son entering kindergarten and all of the ways she was preparing him. The convo seemed pretty mundane until my wife once again brought up that my sister should try to get married at the courthouse with her ex-boyfriend, and that the other parents would view her as immature and would think of her child as illegitimate if she didn't. Before I could even jump in and say anything to diffuse the situation, my sister was raging and said that my wife should worry about her fat self and losing. My sister said that my wife should worry about her fat self and losing 100 pounds before worried about her child, and that a ring can't hide her triple chin, and to worry less about going to the courthouse and more about the gym. She got it chewed. I think she chewed. Let's finish. My wife has always been on the bigger side, and I absolutely love and adore her, but is one of her biggest insecurities. She ended up sobbing while my sister grabbed her things and left. The whole argument took around 2 minutes, and I froze up and didn't really know what to do. After my sister left, my wife asked why didn't I say anything to defend her to my sister. I was honest and said that I thought she was wrong for calling my sister immature and her child illegitimate. While I acknowledged it was wrong for my sister to make the comment she did, I don't think they were completely unprovoked. My wife is now giving me the silent treatment. So Reddit, am I the a-hole? If anybody is the a-hole in this situation between the wife, the husband, and the sister, I feel like it's the wife. I feel like if he already talked to you and told you that his sister is uncomfortable with you keep bringing up her situation in her life, mind you, you're not related to her. You're related to her through marriage, okay? This is your sister-in-law. This isn't your real sister. 2, what she wants to do with herself and her situation, if she don't want to marry that man or whatever, and she wants want him to be her baby daddy, okay, that's her. If you don't agree with that, okay, that's you. But if he's already told you that she doesn't like that and that she doesn't like you talking about her situation and her child, why do you still bring it up? I feel like that's common sense at this point, guys. Like, why are you bringing up stuff and your husband, mind you, already told you, you know, maybe you should stop bringing that up around her. She doesn't like it. And then when she blows up from said you bringing it up and she calls you fat and she says you need to get in the gym and stop worrying about her kid, now she's in the wrong. I just think the wife is not respecting the sister's boundaries after she has already said and the husband has said that she doesn't like that, her talking about it. My thing is, why is it pressing the wife so much? Like, girl, okay, we get it. You don't agree with it. But I mean, at that point, you know, ain't nothing gonna change. Just stop talking about it. Like, that's gonna make her not want to do it even more because you keep talking about it and bringing it up. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, if anybody's the a-hole, it's the wife. The husband is not the a-hole. The sister, I don't think she's the a-hole. She was provoked, okay? Like, she already told the girl, please stop talking about my situation. And why are you bringing this up in every conversation? Like, for real. Let's go ahead and put this in a tier. We're gonna put this in, oh, that's not. But yeah, let's move on to the last story. Okay, y'all, this one is super short since it's our last one. We're just gonna rapid fire through this, okay? Because my camera battery is about to die. So this one is, am I the a-hole for not going to my dad's wedding since it's just a stupid party? Okay, let's get into it. My dad's getting remarried. 15 female. I guess she was probably young. I'm not gonna lie, especially because it's the title, stupid party. Yeah, I'm guessing you're pretty young. Assumed I'd be a bridesmaid or a junior bridesmaid, but apparently my new stepmom doesn't want any kids in her wedding party. Okay, that said, I can be his best woman, but I don't want to match clothes with men. I want to wear bridesmaid clothes. I told my dad, who told his girlfriend, who still refused to make me a bridesmaid. Dad told me to drop it and it's just a stupid party and I should just let it go and get over the fact that I can't be in her wedding party. I told him since it's just a stupid party, I won't attend. It's all my mom's custody time, so I don't have to go anyway. He thinks I'm an a-hole for not supporting him. Pause right there. Please, let's stop right there. Let's first address the stepmom. If you know that your soon-to-be husband has a child, you know, and they're not even like a baby, 15 years old, okay? You know, they're old enough to, you know, act right at a wedding. If you know he has a child, why wouldn't you make an exception for her to come? That just seems a little weird to me. That seems like you're trying to push the child out and like put some tension in between her and the dad. You know what I mean? Because if I had a child and then the husband was like, oh no, I don't want any kids there, sorry, I would be looking kind of weird because, girl, you know I have a kid, not even my kid, you know what I mean? Like, and then I've asked you about it and you still said no. That's just weird. I feel like maybe the stepmom might not like the daughter because what other reason? And then let's address the dad. Why are you getting mad at a 15-year-old for not going? Because your girlfriend, soon to be wife, just said that she didn't want any kids there. So why are you getting mad at a 15-year-old and not the adult in the situation, the stepmom? Why are you not putting your foot down? Isn't this your wedding too? I'm confused. All I know is that OP, the 15-year-old girl, is not the a-hole. It is the dad and it's the stepmom. It's two of them. It's both the parents. Because what do you mean this is my dad's wedding and I'm not allowed to be in it? You know what I mean? Especially if I want to be in it because you don't want kids there. Girl, who is you? You just got here. I've been here for 15 years. Be so for real. Don't play. We're gonna put this in you are the a-hole tier. This is specifically for the mom and the dad, not the 15-year-old girl. Okay, lovelies, we are now done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and comment down below if you guys have any of these Am I the A-hole stories or if you have any confessions, because I am thinking about doing a reacting to your confessions video as well. Tell me what you think about some of these stories, because some of these stories were really getting on my nerves. Made no sense. Be so for real, y'all. Let's use our brains, you know? Use your brain. But yeah, guys, comment down if you like this makeup look. I was just playing with some makeup, so I thought, why not do a video? So I want to do my makeup all over again. Just want to try out something new, the inspo I use, and I did post a TikTok about it, I think, and a short by the time this comes out. So if you want to see how I did it, go look at that. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and come watching to the end. If you've made it to the end, please put this emoji, okay? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.